Hello, how you doing? How you going? Talk to me. Last episode of the session, where I'm sick. Getting blue-balled. I genuinely thought Sea Temple would be it. I would go to like another place, and then it would just be beat after beat after beat. But then the pacing slowed down. I had to do some puzzle stuff. Wasn't thrilling. I think that's what turned me off, not recording the whole thing in one session. I just think it got to nearly 11 o'clock over here. I just thought Sunday's in a couple of days, so we'll finish it then. But yeah, you'll notice the fatigue. There's some fun at the end of the episode. Forward to that. I haven't really got anything to add, other than, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. If not, sorry. Till then, let's get into it. Right, let's see what Santa has to say.
Oh there, Adol! Over here! Oh, you know how it always goes. Slowly, yet never surely. Come make your way to me, Adol. You ought to be more than capable by now.
So, this fucking nonsense.
Nice breeze! So fast!
Was trying to jump. Yeah. I'll save it.
Caught the wind! The monosense might come in handy here.
Ah.
Didn't expect this here. Monosense might come in handy here.
Maybe. I'm here. I'm capable. Kiss me.
Ah, there you are, Adol. Have you come up with any answers as to what that final chest held by chance? You appear to be rather flustered. I suppose there's no helping that, given the perils your dear companion is facing. Yes, I'm sure you do. What kept that girl tethered to herself thus far, Adol, was none other than you. The powerful bond you share has sustained her personhood, if only just. But now she is beginning to lose hold of it. The moment is ripe. You must locate Viewpoint Isle, Adol, and bring her with you. Quite so. You cannot carry these memories back to your reality. But consider the sheer number of hardships you two have surmounted. There can be no doubt you will find this isle. Just remember that hidden knowledge I gave.
I
shall await your arrival, however long it takes. At that time, I will explain all there is to tell.
Karja, forgive me. This should keep her under control for the present. This does not, however, mean that Rollo's awakening has been halted entirely. She could begin running rampant again at any second. More importantly, Adol, what transpired toward the end of your fight against Karja? Yes, it happened so quickly as to nearly escape my notice.
Moment ripe. Locate. Bring with you.
Adol. Thank goodness. It's still in one piece. Adol, come forth. Not quite. This is the reflecting pool, which mirrors the mind's eye of those who visit this place. Its purpose was to judge whether or not one was worthy to sit on the throne. Perhaps it may be of service to you, Adol.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, gaze into the waters, if you would.
Probably missed that one.
Yes, he must hold the key to a sizable portion of this.
Is he Frodo?
Then we have that ark lodged upon that mountain. This would suggest there are clues to be found in the cicatrix. Oh, yes, you're right. Let us be off to the sea's farthest reaches, the cicatrix.
Body. Gotta be honest, kind of blue balling me with the ending. Don't appreciate it.
Adol, we've entered the region known as the Cicatrix. What heading should we take from here, though?
I concur. The reflecting pool showed us these very waters. Not to mention that man.
You're that man.
Holy crap on a stick!
Adol! Dead ahead! Off the bow!
An aurora. It's gigantic.
That's not all. Look just below it.
Seems to be an island of some kind.
Adol, it must be the one.
Aye aye!
Fire the cannons!
Right, I literally just want to get done.
We're just offshore of the mysterious island.
A mysterious island.
Beautiful. And yet somewhat unsettling at the same time. What a curious place.
We're making port over there, right, Adel?
Sounds like a plan. Let's get ready to drop bang. Kerr?
And it's gone.
But why? How?
Everyone, off the starboard stern!
Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, there's a kick in the head. The whole thing just up and moved, Aurora and all.
I don't understand.
Perhaps the island we saw was simply a trick of the light.
And damn is what it's doing.
Not again. It's like a mirage.
Bifrost.
Bifrost. That's the name of the illusory sea from Norman myth, no? Legends claim it exists between this world and the next. Nibelheim. Is there truth to that?
I couldn't say. This would be the first I've seen of it. But to think it would appear in Obelia Gulf.
Consider the way that island vanishes whenever we draw near, though. Do we know for sure it actually exists? Adol, you're right. We shouldn't just give up.
Maybe it's just a fucking wayfinder.
Damn! I really thought we had it!
If third time wasn't the charm, I'm not too hopeful about the fourth and fifth.
What is it, Rosa? Is that a ship?
Judging by its distinctive shape and, above all, the size. Leela!
Yes, that is Rollo's Ark. I'm certain of it.
You did mention earlier that one of them had vanished without a trace.
Like as not. But for what reason is it here?
Just hanging out, innit?
What do you mean? Can't you tell? It showed up to give the Sandras a warm welcome.
Into the next world, you mean?
Don't even start! You'll jinx it into existence!
Actually, Gren may just have the right of it.
He does. Wait, the Ark. It's slowly drifting in our direction!
So it is. Ha! That'll teach you to doubt me.
Rollo. But why?
Off the port side! It's the Malta Sea Force!
Pick a worse time, why don't they?
Jarl Grimson.
Okay. That's what that was.
Time to eat!
Wow, meals at sea never looked so good.
That's the stuff. Gotta love this flavor. Eat this!
Blaster! Suck on this!
Fire!
Enemy fleet neutralized!
Yeesh. Sure put up a fight.
Just be glad that we sent them packing.
Agreed. It's for a fact that we just engaged the Sea Force's first flotilla. But Jarl Grimson's flagship, the Norgest, was nowhere to be seen.
Dead ahead! Another ship is emerging from behind the arc!
That idiot.
Surprise attack from the Norgest! So the entire first flotilla was only a decoy? All hands, stay alert! The real battle's yet to come! Bombs away! Now!
Fire!
How do you like that? Blaster! 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 Suck on this! Suck on this!
Fire!
Oh, right.
Norgest has gone silent.
I don't think it can go anywhere fast after taking all that damage. Jarl Grimson.
The Ark!
Seeing one up close truly puts into perspective how enormous they are.
They were constructed that way to deliver not only humans, but also flora and fauna from the flood. What's more, I suspect that this is the selfsame Ark Rollo himself had ridden. Yes, let's. Rollo went missing upon this very ark. With luck, it will contain some indication of what befell him. Just so, Rollo's private quarters should be someplace within. If there are indeed any clues left behind, that is where we will find them.
Alright. Go on, let's quickly get some lunch and shit involved.
Hey! What's hit me up with?
Hope you're hungry. Need a boxed lunch? I have you covered. A dash of my secret ingredient and... this'll be tasty. Would you come again?
There, old man. Sorry, but the whole having to get from one place to the other. Being a real
Should be a good spot to rest.
mood killer. That's the word I was looking for. It's fine. Maybe it'll pick up now.
Look strong. Hone in. Fly away.
Okay, okay. Seems to be the only open game.
Switch.
Right, let's see if I can figure this out for my fucking self.
Rage. Mana fire.
Oh, no, no, no.
Hone in.
Oh, it's because, yeah, okay. Wasn't holding down the wall and was, so.
Furnace cinder. How's that?
Done there, Kaja?
Slice and dice. Archbringer.
Karja, even after sealing her consciousness, she is still able to fight as one with you, Adol. Perhaps it is your bond as shield brethren that allows her to do so. We simply must find a way to save her.
Something else I missed? Ah.
Dodge this. Archbringer.
Take it. Imagine just trying to live on this arc, away from the floods, and having to solve puzzles to just get the fuck around. It was a very sick man. Yeah, see, that just unlocks those two. There. Puzzles to slow down the pacing. Oh, open. Okay, okay, I see.
Here goes. Form up.
Oh, gotcha.
Fire in the hole. Stronger the better. Rage. Mana fire.
Yay.
Here goes. Mana. Get ready. Arc Sprayer. No chance. How's that? How's that? How's that? Dodge this! Blast off!
Fuck you, idiot.
How's that? Fire in the hole! Flame off!
Okay, that's fine.
Burn to ashes!
Please give me something. Other than riddles and headaches. I only got one level. I thought it was two.
Let's catch our breath.
Bye-bye.
Rollo housed a multitude of flora and fauna within his ark. This section of it was presumably used to accommodate them. Rollo harbored much regret over the countless lives he claimed in the past. I imagine he wished to redress those wrongs, even during the Great Calamity.
Well, ain't that noble of him? Didn't realize this hull held so much history. Not that I give a picker's ass one way or another.
Grimson.
Well, if it ain't my however many greats, Granny and La Leela, you're looking fresh-faced yourself, Adol. You know, I held out a sliver of hope that the throne would tie this up with a neat little bow. Turned out to be a bust, though, eh? You expected me to go down with the ship? Not before I get what I'm after. Now hand over Rollo back there. What's this? Old Grand sealed consciousness away or something? Won't do much good, aside from delaying the inevitable. Soon enough, she'll brush that seal off and strew disaster out every which way.
Karja is a living memento of Ilena. You ought to be cherishing her, if anything.
Karja is in Rolo's clutches now. Doesn't end with her either. That whore son robbed Ilena of her life. And her dream along with it. How's Warg holding up?
Never stood a chance. He's off on that one-way trip to Harside in Walhalla now.
I see. Well, good on him. It's been a long 10 years of us tearing up the battlefield together.
Your nose is running.
Huh?
Drop the tough act, Grimson. Every time you try to choke back tears, they just come out in sniffles and snot instead.
Pah! Shut your gob.
Stings, don't it? Making it all the way to Britai, just to have one of our own stab us in the back. Gods blind me. Just how long do we have to keep these plundering expeditions up? Even I've had more than I can stomach.
How long? Try forever. Losing our homeland to the dire winter drove us Normans into eking by on what we can loot for over a century. Can't well think of any other way we can live this late in the game.
Why not make one for yourself then? A new homeland, that is.
Huh? Who the devil are you? Take whatever you're peddling and beat it. Can't you tell a couple of chewed-up, shat-out warriors when you see them?
My name is Ilena. Ilena Balta. I was raised here in Karnak, but my veins run with the blood of Normans. On that note, how would you like to be my shield brother?
You're what? I wrote the lass off as a nutcase. Didn't humor her one bit at the start. But she just kept coming back to see me. That day, the next, and every day after. I learned that her father had gone off to Walhalla during an expedition. For us Norman warriors, being Walhalla bound's the highest honor there is. But after losing her dear old dad, she didn't find the idea all too compelling.
Naturally.
What good is Walhalla if it means leaving everyone else behind in a living Nibelhel?
From then on, Ilena attempted to put a fleet of her own together. We Normans had become sea-going brigands after the dire winter forced us off our native land. So Ilena wanted to find us a place where we could live in peace, without discrimination. But try as she did to muster some allies to the cause, no one gave her so much as a sidelong glance. At first, I'd only stuck around to kill time while my wounds closed up. Back then, Karnak was packed to the brim with Norman expeditioners. Ilena played it slow and steady, calling out to every ear she could bend till, sure enough, she started gathering up a group of supporters, one member at a time. Some had grown weary of fighting, while others longed for untouched frontiers. By the time we built up Balta Island as the hub of our voyage to find a new homeland, I realized that seeing Ilena's dream through had become my own. But then... planting roots in new soil, and making a life as new Normans. That was the dream she envisioned.
Grimson.
Now you know why I'm so bent on putting Rolo under the dirt. That's the least I can do to honor the woman whose ambitions outlived her. After what happened to Ilena, I could see from a Cremelia away that Karja might be targeted as her next blood relative. How the Trident didn't recognize Karja as Rolo's descendant, though, is beyond me.
Could it be? Did you purposefully foster Rolo's return in order to defeat him? Was that your reason for sending Karja out on the Sandras?
Go ahead. Call me a failure of a father. I'll just take it in stride.
Good lad.
How could you?
Adel, it wasn't right, the way we made our problems into yours. But it won't be much longer now. We're putting an end to this whole kit and caboodle. With Karja, you mean? Since that day, I've sunk everything I've got to give into paving my way here. The point of no return's long gone now.
Karja? She regained consciousness on her own?
What do you know? Turns out just one punch won't cut it. 2 or 3 ought to do the trick. Ah, who am I kidding? Let's go 10.
Back to your senses, are ya? Sorry to say, though, it ain't gonna change what I gotta do.
Give it a go, mate.
Fine by me. You've got my back, right, Shield brother? Good answer. Time to hold up to your promise.
Well, say your goodbyes.
Mana! To me! Go through! What? It goes through! What? It broke through!
You two are really hanging in there. Question is, how long can you keep it up?
It broke through!
Gotcha.
It broke through!
Boiling!
Dodge this! What? What? What?
It's fine.
This is tasty!
Well, this is around what I expected. Yeah. Too bad it's also the most and about time you breathed your last, Rolo.
Crimson's not playing around. I'm getting pretty pissed off over here. You better be ready to eat those words!
I got what's coming to us!
Dodge this!
Slash throw!
I'll chop you in half.
It broke through! It broke through!
What's a guy gotta do to achieve your dream?
Get over yourself and face me, Crimson!
Fuck this idiot.
Hey! There's a lot more where that came from. Did we get him?
Not too shabby. Gotta say, the years are really catching up to me. But the thing is, I'm in too deep to go down and out.
Such speed!
Grimson.
Flamey, did those cuffs just...
It can't be.
Ilana, is that you?
It's always the same with you, isn't it? Can't communicate with others worth squat, yet you'll bust your butt to the bone for them.
What?
Mom?
Yep, that's me. It's been too long.
All this time, you were the shackles of mana binding these two together?
Okay.
By what means?
I don't really have a grasp on it myself, save that it's allowed me to watch over my daughter. My Karja. this whole way through.
You've been watching?
As for you, Grimson, I could swear I said not to torment yourself over me. So why is it that I find you crossing blades with our little girl?
Ilena.
You aren't the one at fault. And neither is Karja, needless to say. You didn't just support my dream. You ran yourself ragged to help me achieve it. It just so happened that a few teensy little mishaps piled up from there. Am I wrong?
Teensy little mishaps? Now, if that ain't the understatement of the century.
Rather than standing against Karja, you ought to be standing beside her. That's what a father does, am I wrong?
Mom.
Karja, this is one cruel destiny I've saddled you with. You won't hear me apologize, though. Not just because it wasn't my fault, but because it would mean regretting my bringing you into this world. And that wouldn't sit right with me. Worst of all, it would be spitting on the life you've been striving so hard to lead.
Right.
So, instead of asking forgiveness, I'll be giving you all the support I can. Now and forever.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you for saving me.
Just look at how much you've grown.
Yeah, we're like level 70 something.
Adel?
What?
Sorry. You're the one who deserves an apology. What with the way I roped you into this mess. That said, I'm glad it was you who happened upon Leela's shell. Something tells me you would have lent a hand even without my meddling. On that note, what do you say to becoming our son-in-law? You'd make a fine Norman. Huh?
I'll consider it.
I'm only joking. For the most part. Seems my time's up. I'll go with a smile, though. It's not often you get to speak from beyond the grave.
Not so fast.
Grimson, maybe try not to forget my parting words so quickly this time. The rest is up to you, Karja. Go get him.
Right. Mom.
What sheer force of will.
Huh?
It would seem those shackles are a manifestation of Ilena's resolve.
How did that even happen?
The reason her will has assumed physical form is unknown to me. Perhaps it would have been possible with the power of the Sea King's throne, but...
I see. Hey! Grimson! What now? You still looking to fight?
The mood's past. Reckon I'll take some good long puffs and mull things over.
Let's move on ahead, Adel. Aye. Wouldn't want to embarrass ourselves in front of her now, would we?
Mum band.
Alright. Let's get back to searching for Rollo's room. I'm not about to sit around waiting for a savior. Better to carve your own path forward.
Karja.
Okay.
Your fortitude never ceases to amaze me.
What? Shut the fuck up a second. Yeah, that's the end of the episode. I'll make that the end. And I don't know, maybe we'll just do a long episode next. This one's already long enough. But yeah, till next time, I'll see you later, YouTube.